ChatGPT5 isn't just another AI upgrade like the new iPhones. It's a whole content production team packed into a single tool. Before now, you had to literally juggle between different AI tools for scripts, images, video edits, captions, and social posts. The result? Burning out and breaking the bank to maintain too many AI tool subscriptions. But now, GPT-5 is here to change the story. It can plan, write, edit, design, and repurpose your content for every platform in a single workflow. Besides, it can do more. Just wait for it. In this video, I'll show you exactly how big creators are using it to cut production time from days to hours while keeping their style and quality intact. So you can spend less time buried in busy work and more time actually growing your channel. And while we are on the topic of growth, let me tell you that content creation alone is not enough. You have to constantly keep an eye on their qualities, where they excel, where they fall short, where they can be modified, everything. But until now, there was no method for checking all these and pinpoint the specific reasons. You could only monitor the retention chart and do some guesswork, depending on where it dipped. Or you had to watch the videos on repeat mode again and again, stop them, take some notes, and identify what worked and what didn't. But now, with ChatGPT5, the story has changed. You can directly upload the whole video and immediately know how it was created, how it gets you, why you can't stop watching, and what magic editing secrets it used. It gives you a detailed breakdown of what point of the video hooks you, how it transitions between scenes, what soundtracks it has, and even little things in editing that keep you glued to the screen. So essentially, you can spot exactly where people are most likely to click away and refine them, and guarantee your virality. But that's only half the picture. GPT-5 can examine multiple videos at a time and find out the exact pattern that made them go viral. You can provide it with things such as transcripts, view counts, viewing duration, and even other people's videos. Then, it will provide you with a step-by-step blueprint for creating new ones similar to them, what type of words to use, how to categorize topics, and what thumbnails perform best. And that's the difference GPT-5 has with the older ones. Earlier versions of GPT used to provide just generic and basic advice, but GPT-5 is capable of dealing with massive, complex information and converting it into customized advice that actually assures your content's virality. But don't be amazed yet, because the next thing you're about to know will just make your day. See, ChatGPT has always taken care of the script writing part. But admit it, making the visuals has always been the next big hurdle, right? You had to create hundreds of prompts for each content. Then visit Leonardo AI, paste the prompts one at a time, create visuals, download them, all individually, and sometimes convert them into motion pictures. It was actually time-consuming and exhausting. But now, GPT-5 can manage all that. If you have not tried it yet, you might assume that GPT-4 can also produce 1 or 2 images at a time. No big deal, no innovation. But wait for it. I just enabled something called Agent Mode in ChatGPT, and it allows GPT-5 to work independently to a larger extent. Immediately, it started producing multiple images one by one. It even showed the steps: creating images, repairing small things, and preparing them to be used. This is actually quite useful if you need to create lots of video material quickly. Spoiler alert, the images weren't perfect but did appear pretty good. The style and characters were not consistent sometimes. If your video needs all the images to look the same with consistent-looking characters, you may have to fix some of them yourself. Simply put, don't expect any Mid-Journey level AI images here, but the way GPT-5 works by itself makes the process easier and faster for content creators. And since GPT-5 is already dealing with text and images, why would it leave out the videos then? Yes, ChatGPT can edit your videos too. Just upload a video here and then you can start editing. You can select from a bunch of effects to make the video black and white or sepia. You can also change the brightness, contrast, and saturation with sliders, and they all work great. You can even edit the color tones with the hue slider. There are some other effects such as vignette, but this one may not always function properly. Maybe it needs some bug fixing. Anyway, the sharpen effect is also there to sharpen the video and make it look clearer. On the other hand, the blur effect also works fine. More blur when you turn the level up, less blur when you turn it down. Edge detection highlighted the edges of things in the video well. The RGB split effect is also fun, which allows you to achieve a nice color separation effect by shifting sliders. You can even apply pixelate and posterize effects if you want. But amidst all these, the most surprising thing is that all these effects were set up using only one simple command, and not any special programming. No wonder it can save video editors lots of time. So it means from beginning to end, all you need to do is simply show up in GPT-5, and the rest of the content workflow will be taken care of by ChatGPT5. Let me show you how end-to-end content workflow. You just need to say something like, make me a video about how artificial intelligence is changing education. Give me a viral title, a full script in my style, a description that helps with search engines, 10 good tags, and an idea for a thumbnail that will get clicks. And within seconds, GPT-5 will give you all of that perfectly written in your style and ready to use. You can also say, act like my YouTube production manager. Plan all the steps I need to make and upload this video. Tell me which AI tools I should use for each step. Hit enter and it will give you a complete to-do list. For example, it may ask you to use 11 Labs for the voiceover, Pika or Runway ML for stock footage clips, ideogram for the thumbnail, and upload the video on YouTube Studio to obtain the highest views. So this is no longer a chatbot AI responding to questions. It is like having your own team of creatives working around the clock, never forgetting a thing, remembering your tone and branding, and always staying true to your style. And not every content creator limits themselves to YouTube. Most large creators take their content to Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, or personal sites or newsletters by breaking down YouTube videos into bite-sized posts. Been there, done that. And with GPT-4, it was a fairly slow and exhausting process. But with GPT-5, you just need to upload your video or script just once, and then just say, make this YouTube script into a Twitter thread, an Instagram carousel caption, a LinkedIn post, and a blog article, all in my voice and ready to publish. That's it. In a few seconds, GPT-5 provides you with a multiple tweet Twitter thread to briefly summarize the points of the video, a catchy Instagram caption using emojis and hashtags, a business LinkedIn post, and a blog post with headings and keywords to optimize for search engines. For a moment, you might feel like you are Tony Stark working with your Jarvis. It can also generate a 30-second TikTok reel script, a Twitter thread, Instagram carousel copy, and blog synopsis from a single request. It maintains your tone and voice consistent on all platforms. So just tell GPT-5, turn my 8-minute script into TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram versions, and it will do it. Frankly speaking, previous AI models also were able to do this, but it needed too many prompts to maintain the correct tone. Tone-matched translations. And do you know where the tone is most important? In translation. Let me tell you why. When an English language channel becomes popular, big creators often expand it to other languages as well. Take the How To AI channel, for example. It became popular in English, and now it launched How To AI Espanol. In this case, what would you do generally? Create one killer script and translate it in various languages using ChatGPT, right? But that's where the main challenge lies. The moment you translate, the killer vibe from the script just gets lost in the translation. If it had any joke, they would fall flat. For example, time flies like an arrow, fruit flies like a banana. This is an English pun. Why? The word flies is used two ways. As a verb in time flies, which means time passes quickly, and then it's used as a noun in fruit flies, which means tiny bugs. Plus, like signifies in the way of in the first part and enjoy in the second part of the sentence. So this clever wordplay gives the sentence a playful double meaning. But in Spanish, it is this. El tiempo vuela como una flecha. Las moscas de la fruta gustan de un plátano. Sí, no pun, no double meaning. But in GPT-5, this doesn't happen. It adapts your text to other languages without losing your style or meaning, so it doesn't change the real essence. But that's not the biggest win for GPT-5, it's something else, and we will reveal it now, one by one. Hallucination reduction. Do you know what the greatest con of ChatGPT was? It couldn't be trusted with research or content generation. Many of the times, it used to mix wrong information, or in your own content, it used to mix some other made-up things abruptly. and this resulted in serious errors that damaged the trust of a lot of creators. So, GPT-5 corrected this. If GPT-5 doesn't know something, it openly admits it. Or in case of doubt over any fact, it recommends double-checking sources or providing references to be sure. But still, you might call it a bug fixing by OpenAI. So, in case you are not impressed with it, see this. GPT-5 can create a working simulation of anything from one simple request. It might be a geometric design, a planetary system with a solar system, a bee colony with live formation. Look, I just gave it this basic prompt, chose the canvas option here and pressed enter. And it wrote a pile of code for some seconds, and then when you press run, the output is simply magic. Let's say you are creating a space-related video, it might be helpful there. You could even create a visualization for how pi or Fibonacci numbers can create a square. And use that in your mathematics tutorial videos. You can stop or reset the simulation at any time. And all of this is packed in one simple HTML file that runs on your computer. You can create useful stuff if you want some other type of assets too, for example. If you create videos around finance and stock or crypto, then you may have to show visualization of data in the form of a dashboard for comparative analysis or graphical analysis. For that, you can do data modeling in GPT-5 easily. Sales figures in real time, customer engagement, marketing figures. You can put all this into a single clean HTML file, then hit generate and wait. In some seconds, you will have an interactive report or dashboard. It may not be as cool as the Power BI dashboard, but honestly, if you edit the prompt once or twice, you will get a presentable report to show in your video. Just check out the pie chart. Clean. Performance analysis, check. Engagement heat map, right there. You can change the time range at the top, flip a live button to update values, and move widgets around like a pro. Isn't it cool? But when it came so far, I thought, why stop there? Educational course. So next I challenged it with something new. Build me an interactive AI course for high school. Visuals, animations, the works. First 3 lessons only, and the first one is this. Press play and the animation goes smoothly. Metrics flashed below, sharp looking. The second lesson GPT-5 provided went somewhat deeper. Sometimes the labels get a little messy, but who cares when it works? The third lesson, as you can see, is all about the finishing touch. So, this is AI in a nutshell. We just received a pre-made AI sample course. Now that you already know how ChatGPT5 is going to simplify your content creation for you, I am going to dissect some other important stuff, like how does GPT-5 actually do all these? What's behind the hood? GPT-5 is not a single model. It's an entire team of models operating in the background, managed by this super intelligent router that determines who responds to your questions. The result? GPT-5 cuts its hallucinations way down, particularly in challenging domains such as health and programming. It nails perfect scores on some hardcore math tests, 100% on AME, but it's neck and neck with Grok 4 Heavy, which just recently showed up with similar numbers. On more challenging grad-level science content, GPT-5 beats out its previous versions. The actual breakthrough happened in health. GPT-5 just blows it here, with 46% improvement over GPT-4. On top of that, in coding, math, creative writing, and instruction following, GPT-5 leads all the leaderboards it hits. And in terms of pricing, it's sitting in the sweet spot here, $3.40 per million tokens, which is lower than Grok 4, and right on the same page with Gemini 2.5 Pro. Now, what matters is how you can use this. So tell me in the comments, how are you going to use GPT-5's superpowers in your content creation? If you're already using it, I'd love to hear which part has become fully automated for you so you don't have to worry about it anymore. And if you like this update, just subscribe to this channel for more. Because AIs will keep evolving, but I'll always be here to help you make it your ally.